Hey, everybody. Happy Monday morning-ish. It is 10:50 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time in Colorado. And I'm doing a live stream here in my kitchen. I'm just going to go for a little bit. I've got my decaf Americano that I got at the Sugar Lump. See, it says decaf, no room, no cream. And let's do a live stream. All right, here in my kitchen. I don't know what we're going to do. I think I need more decorations on my wall here. I've been neglecting this wall. I need something down there, a big sun face or something. And I could use some more stuff up there too, above the snowbird license plate. I need more stuff. So I've been neglecting the kitchen a little more, and everything's been going to the patio. Hey, Zero. Hey, everybody. Yes, I'm well acquainted with Red River, New Mexico. It's a lovely little mountain town. It reminds me of Colorado, but it's in New Mexico. There you go. Hey, by the way, I got my bicycle behind me. Here's my bike. Let's see. Wait, let me unplug this too. Here's my bike. There you go. It's a road bike. Well, it's a gravel bike. All right, but it's got the road bike handlebar. It's a great bike. It's got fatter tires. See, here are the tires. It's not too shabby. So I've been doing a lot of videos of adventures. All right, so hello to all 4 people watching. Please say hi. Please subscribe. As always, I want to know what your favorite Not Too Shabby video is. All right. And I'll probably be playing some later. My nose is like having some itchy nose issues. Not the greatest live stream so far. I want the Colorado flag in there, though. Maybe this little cactus thing. Put this little cactus thing. Wait, does this thing? Wait, I got to plug this in. Oh, okay. I got to plug this. Well, anyway, let's put this to the side. There you go. I haven't been lifting weights the last week and a half, and I can feel it. But I've been biking more. I did 200 jump ropes, which is okay. That's okay. And 100 jumping jacks. Just trying to stay in shape, but I gotta get to lifting again. I just don't lift as hard when I'm by myself compared to when I'm with Crystal, my weightlifting coach. So, by the way, I did one Not Too Shabby video yesterday. Where is it? Oh, the flower made with horseshoes. Here it is. It's a flower that's made out of horseshoes. Not too shabby. There you go. Let me show you it. It's just out here. It's actually right. Wait, what's going on here? It's still live? Hopefully. Okay. There's my flower. I really like this. The horseshoes are real horseshoes too. The green leaves. That's pretty neat if you ask me. So there you go. I love my patio. Here, can you see everything out here? The purple prickly pear, the donkey. Where's the donkey? Yeah, there's the donkey down there. The hot air balloon. Then Miguel. There's my pig, Miguel. You can see right there. It's not too shabby. All right, I'm going to get back in now. Oh. Woo. You missed 2014. 2014 was a good year. I guess I missed it because I was younger then. But that was the year I was really working hard on my book, and I got it published in December. It was a good year. It was also a hard year. It was a lot of things. That was my final full year living in Buena Vista, Colorado. 2014. Hiked some mountains. The Not Too Shabbies got going. That was the first full year of the Not Too Shabbies. It was all right, man. It was all right. 2014. What were you doing in 2014? You know? I could ramble about a lot of things. By the way, I'm wearing my Why Arizona shirt. And I'm going to tell a story. A woman in our town died. She was older. I don't know how old she was, but she was at least in her 60s, maybe her 70s, and her name was Sue. And here's the story. It's connected to Why Arizona. So Sue, she passed away last week. It was really sad. But she worked at the supermarket in our town, our little grocery store. And Sue was really slow. She had, I don't know if she had MS or some kind of neurological condition, but the way she would walk and the way she would move her arms, it was obvious that she had some kind of ailment, some kind of health related ailment. I don't know if it was MS or whatever, but okay, so she was the cashier. And when I would go to the supermarket, if she was one of the two, usually there's like a couple of cashiers. If she, I would usually pick the other line because she was really slow. And I remember just thinking, oh my gosh. One time I was in her line, I was like, whoa, she's slow. And then I was like, Steve, relax. Why are you being such a impatient jerk? Just relax, man. You live in Westcliff. You live in a small town. You work from home. Like, you like this laid back. You hate cities. You hate the way, you hate fast paced life and culture. So then I was like, all right. So one time I got in her line and she was kind of slow, but whatever. And I was wearing this Y shirt and I wasn't thinking about it. And she just said to me as she was checking, she said, why? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, why Arizona? And I was like, oh, my shirt. So she took interest in my shirt. So I was just telling her about Why Arizona, the wonderful, just glorious Southwest Arizona town. It's southwest of Phoenix down there. It's kind of near the border. It's just an amazing place with lots of coyotes and Oregon pike cactuses. It's just as hot as crazy. And I was telling her about how I'm a snowbird. So we had this little connection about Why Arizona. So, and then a few more times, I wear this shirt about once a week. All right. And I watch it, of course. And so every time I would wear this shirt, I found myself going to the supermarket, and then I would get in her line to be like, why Arizona, Sue? It's a great place. It's just so hot, and the desert is amazing. And there's the Why Not travel store and that little grandma's Mexican kitchen. I was telling her all about it. So anyway, the short story is, when I left last year, I asked her, I was like, if I'm down in Y again, when I'm down in Y again, what's your shirt size? She was like, oh, wow, thanks. And I think she said she was a small. So then, a bunch of months go by, and I was in Y this past January 2025. So I bought her a shirt and I mailed it. I mailed it to my address. Dwight, my neighbor, he went to the supermarket and gave it to her. And at first Dwight was like, this is from Steve. And she was like, who? And she didn't remember me or my name, All right. But then Dwight was just like, open the package. There's a note in there from Steve. And she opened it up and she saw the Y shirt. And she was super happy. And I gave her I think it was a black t-shirt. It said Y Arizona. So anyway, when I got back in May, she was super happy to see me. And of course, I was wearing my Y shirt again. And I was like, I hope you like the shirt. Y Arizona, it's so amazing. And I saw a pack of javelinas the last time I was there. And it's just the beautiful, glorious desert. And so anyway, so we would always have these little conversations about Arizona and about why. And that's the backstory. And I remember she passed away Saturday the 19th, only 9 days ago. And it must have been maybe a week before she died. I was in the supermarket checking out, and she just said, like, okay, Y is great, but what if your air conditioning stops working? Like, what do you do? And it's like 109 degrees outside. I was like, I don't know. Maybe you could drive to Ajo and sit in the library or go to grandma's country kitchen, or the gas station, the Why Not travel store. So anyway, but anyway, so Sue passed Saturday the 19th. And from what I heard, she just didn't show up to work in the morning. And so they called her and nobody answered. So they called her daughter, and her daughter went over and found her that she had passed. So really sad. I'm hoping to see an obituary in the newspaper, but there hasn't been one yet. But anyway, she was just a good, nice friend. In West Cliff, we're such a small town. Essentially, we're this tiny town of 1,000 people. We have no traffic light, no McDonald's, no hospital, no golf course. We have hardly anything, but we do have a supermarket and some basic services. So anyway, you just get to know people after a while. You keep running into them. And Sue was like just one of those people where, I always would talk to her and banter with her, and I'll miss her. So, and she was fun with the Y Arizona stuff. So rest in peace, Sue. That's my tribute to her. There you go. I think I went for like 5 or 6 minutes there. Huh? Anyway, so yeah. In other news, Breaking Bad. I want to talk about Breaking Bad. Yesterday I'm in season 5, episode 5. Now, season 5 is broken up into like 5A and 5B, or I'm just calling it season 5 and then season 6. But I'm in season 5A, and I just finished episode 5. And I have to take a break. I have to take a break after what happened in episode 5. Seriously, I have to remind myself, hey, this is fiction. This is fiction. It's fiction. You don't have to be that upset about it. You know what I mean? It's a crime drama series, but dare I say, there's a little bit of like horror. Like, it's like a horror movie. I get it now. I get the term Breaking Bad, that things are just breaking bad. They're breaking worse. They're breaking for the worst. It's just a horrific, anyway, but it's so good. It's so compelling. The character development, the sort of like the foreshadowing, the way the producer sometimes goes back into the past or goes into the future. It's really interesting. I mean, the story is told super well. And yet it's so incredible how it's like part of a show will just be like a scene from the past or something from the future. And you're like, oh, okay. Or there's foreshadowing, or anyway, it's just really well done. It feels like the way soap operas should have been. I remember watching soap operas in the 1980s. And it was just this day-to-day, Monday through Friday. And sometimes there'd be cliffhangers. And it was just a lot of actors just standing around talking. And it was kind of mostly just kind of dumb. And this is like, there's action, there's drama, there's personalities that you're cheering for or whatnot. And then, of course, there's like the crime aspect. Anyway, Breaking Bad, it's just flat out crazy. I don't know how I got around to not watching it for, what is it, 11 and a half years since the final show? But I am this summer, Breaking Bad. Special thanks to my friend Brandy, who's watching it with me. So she never had watched it, and now she's all into it. And then my massage therapist says she's watched it like 6 or 7 or 10 times, the whole series. And so, yeah, so we'll be talking about it tomorrow during my massage. So, but anyway, if you've never watched Breaking Bad, if you're looking for like a TV series or, like sometimes I'm in a place where I'm like, what movie should I watch? What's a good movie? And I'm asking people, and people give me suggestions. I suggest Breaking Bad. It's like 62, 65 total episodes, somewhere around there. And anyway, it might not be for everybody because it is about drug culture and drug manufacturing, methamphetamine. And I won't give any spoilers, but the basic plot is there's a ordinary dude, ordinary white guy in his early 50s who's a chemistry teacher with a family, and he gets diagnosed with cancer. And as strange as it sounds, he decides to use his chemistry knowledge, because he's such a good expert, to manufacture methamphetamine and to pay for his treatments, his cancer treatment. That's the basic story. And I'll be honest with you, on paper, I understand why somebody might be like, okay, that's kind of a weird, that doesn't sound appealing to me. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. But at the same time, if you're into like drama, really good plot, storytelling, character development, and I'll even admit, like, the main protagonist, this teacher, often it feels like he's a jerk. Am I cheering? Like, usually in a movie or a lot of shows, you cheer for the protagonist, and there's some bad guys, that kind of thing. In this one, it's like, it seems like everybody's a bad guy. Who am I cheering for? And each scene, sometimes you're cheering for this bad guy, or you have empathy for that bad guy, or maybe this bad guy actually shows a good side where you feel sympathy and empathy for them. Anyway, it's fascinating. So Breaking Bad. I got to take a break though for like a couple of days, and but watch the first scene, watch the first episode, season 1, episode 1, and you're gonna have to watch episode 2. And I'll admit, like, it kind of starts right in the heat of the moment, so to speak. There's just a lot. You just got to be a little bit more open-minded, and the chronology, sometimes they'll tell a story and you're like, oh, that's in the past. And, but the producer does a good job. He doesn't leave any loose ends with kind of the logic of the storytelling. But sometimes there's like scenes from the future, scenes from the past, and it's crazy. So anyway, it's been a really neat show. And then the other crazy thing is I lived in Albuquerque, summer of 2015. I was there for 4 months. There was a job down there, like a contract job in my field as a shrink, a talk therapist, mental health. And the job didn't work out. I was only there for 4 months, and then I moved back up to Colorado. But the last episode, the last season was 2013. And so that I remember when I was down there, some of my friends, they would just make comments, or at least on my YouTube channel even, they would make comments about Breaking Bad. Watch out for Walter White. Ha ha. Just stuff like that. And at the time, I just thought, oh, okay, whatever. Breaking Bad, I guess there was a show. Now I'm like, oh, I should have watched the show while I was in Albuquerque. I should have watched the show while I was in Albuquerque because there's so many. The filming, it just takes place in Albuquerque and all the places around the city and the desert. And I could have totally done tours, just taking pictures, making videos of every place. And so that's all. And I just feel bad. I lived on I won't give any spoilers, but for those who've watched Breaking Bad, a lot of the scenes take place on the south side of Albuquerque, which is generally known as like definitely the rougher part of town. All right. If you have any money and you live in Albuquerque, you live on the north end, the northeast end, the east end, or kind of the west side's kind of good, but it has some sketchy areas as well. But the south end is like a lot of the scenes take place in the south end along Central Avenue, which is old Route 66. Anyway, I lived in the north end. And then there's some suburbs, Rio Ranchos up north. And that's kind of a nice suburb. But anyway, there's one. I'm just going to say this. It's not a spoiler. There's a few scenes in a nursing home or like an old folks home. I don't know, if assisted living home or whatever okay. And I lived like a 5-minute drive from that place. Most of the other scenes were in the south side of town. But I was kind of hoping, I've been watching being like, okay, they were going to come to the north side of town. Okay. When are they coming? So, and then one character and his wife live in the far northeast part of town, far northeast. And I've been up there. I've ridden my bike up there to where Hank and Marie lived. Like, I know that general area. So anyway, I'm just over talking about the Breaking Bad stuff, but pretty neat. So the next time, I usually drive through Albuquerque once or twice a year, at least, because usually that's the route I take to hit Arizona and then Arizona to Colorado. The next time I'm in Albuquerque, I will be stopping. No spoil. I will be definitely stopping at Gus's restaurant, which is south of downtown, sort of southwest part of town. I'm stopping at the restaurant. I don't want to stop by residential homes, but it's easy. You can just Google it. Where is Walter White's home? It gives you the exact address. It's a real home in a suburban neighborhood. And then where did Jesse live? Jesse kind of lived southwest part of town, way down there. And anyway, there's probably a 2 or 3 places I want to go to. And there's one place in the desert. The kind of the filming scene of the very first episode, the first and second episode, I might go out there because it's on an Indian reservation. And anyway, so stay tuned at some point. All right. And I know I'm totally late to the party. People were probably talking about this for years and years and years. And here I am, just, clueless. And having not watched any of the Breaking Bad stuff. So, and by the way, there's one, for those of you who have watched it, there's one shot of that I did a not too shabby of that is absolutely a filming scene in Breaking Bad. And it's in season 3. I'm not giving anything away. But in season 3, here, I'll just play it.
It's the abandoned Big Chief gas station market. Not too shabby.
That's actually outside of town, like northwest of Albuquerque, maybe about 15 miles out, maybe 20 miles. So the Big Chief gas station. I did this video in summer of 2015. And I think they filmed in 2010, 2011. And the gas station and the store were running. It was open. So it's kind of sad to see it abandoned. But back when when they were filming it, it's a real gas station. So there you go. One more time.
It's the abandoned Big Chief gas station market. Not too shabby.
I like that delivery. I like that. I'm into, yeah. So anyway, that's my take on Breaking Bad. All right. Oh my gosh. So I talked about Sue and her passing. The funeral is on Thursday at 1:00, and I don't. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just, while I'm here, I want to see. I might be working at 1:00. I kind of want to meet her daughter. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm sorry. I'm back. Hey, Zero. Sue had apparently she had a daughter. She had a daughter come into town who lives in town somewhere. So I might have to find a way to go to the funeral. So, but there you go. There you go. Hey, I got five people watching. 5 people watching. How's everyone doing? Hey, do you want me to play some Not Too Shabbies? Let's play some Not Too Shabbies. Let's play 20 in a row. All right. Let me pull this up. Get here. You want Not Too Shabbies? I'll give you Not Too Shabbies right now. And I'm going to mix it up. So I don't know, I've got 3,038 Not Too Shabby videos. I think that's how many I got. 3,038. Here we go. Play all and mix.
It's a flower that's made out of horseshoes. Not too shabby.
Here we go.
It's a bunch of saguaros. Not too shabby. It's an El Pollo Loco restaurant. Not too shabby.
That was during the pandemic.
It's a roller dancer. Not too shabby. It's a Tucson Saguaros baseball jersey. Not too shabby. It's an Oreo cookie costume of my friend Michelle. Not too shabby. Riding on a bicycle lane in El Paso.
There's El Paso.
Not too shabby. It's Bishop Castle. Not too shabby. It's the sunset. Not too shabby. This is Sentinel Point in Teller County. Not too shabby. Doing shoulder shrugs with 65-pound dumbbells.
Oh, that's nothing.
Not too shabby. A leprechaun made out of felt.
I got to do more shoulder
Not
shrugs.
too shabby. It's a blue typewriter. Not too shabby. It's this truck taking the entire road. Not too shabby. It's the Spanish Peaks. Not too shabby.
What's going on? Come on.
It's the Spanish Peaks. Not too shabby.
What? I don't know what happened there. There you go. Oh, the alley in Leadville. This is a good one.
Driving in an alley in Leadville. Not too shabby. It's a curtain with a bunch of hearts.
I like this one.
Not too shabby.
Ha, ha, ha.
Skull eraser. Not too shabby.
Ha, ha, ha.
Abandoned beat-up house.
Oh my God.
Not too shabby.
Oh my God. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. There you go. So anyway, I've gone for 30 minutes. I'm not sure. I don't know how much longer to go. We'll see. I should finish my decaf Americano. Anyway. I got to do 100 more jumping jacks. And I'd like to get a bike ride in. So, all right. I think I'm done. I'm done. Happy Monday. Make it a great day in the desert. Make it a great day in the mountains, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I appreciate you watching. Oh, take care, Zero. All right, everybody. Goodbye. Bye.